I'm curious, what does IGN say about it? This is a 15-minute review. Do they actually have someone that plays fighting games?
And a lot of people were disappointed by its distinct lack.
This is significantly longer than most of their reviews.
Street Fighter 6 is the polar opposite. Complete with an excellent 18-character roster of both new and returning fighters, rendered in a killer new art style, an incredibly ambitious online battle hub that puts all other fighting game lobbies to shame, and just about everything you could ever ask for when it comes to training tools and systems to help you get better at the genre. It's a spectacular.
How many fighters were in Street Fighter 5?
Street Fighter 6 takes many swings in many different directions, and though not every blow connects, the ones that do are absolute knockouts.
Launch was 16. Okay. Yeah, I was talking about on release.
The gameplay of
I thought I remembered launching with more.
Street Fighter 2 can generally be defined by a unique mechanic. Street Fighter 3 had parries, 4 had focus attacks, 5 had the V system, and now Street Fighter 6 has the drive system. And for my money, it's the best the series has ever seen. Every character gains access to 5 powerful abilities that are all governed by the
I saw
drive.
some of the higher level
Overdrive
players on
special
Twitter
moves,
saying the drive
rush,
system's kind
drive
of
parry,
worthless.
Drive reversals, and drive impact. Overdrives are essentially
But I don't really know enough about it, and I haven't seen enough about it.
Drive Rush allows you to quickly close the distance between you and your opponent at the cost of 1 bar, or cancel out specific normal attacks at the cost of 3 bars.
I can't remember who it was, they had a whole debate about it.
An opponent off of you while you're blocking their attack at the cost of 2 bars, and Drive Impacts, well, we'll get to those in a bit. I love this system.
Or maybe it was like one
but
component of drives.
It opens up so many options, and at the start of every round, you have a full meter and have access to all of them. There's no building this meter up, or worrying about the amount you'll have left over for the next round. I could start aggressively by using a drive rush right out of the gate.
The drive impact, probably.
Save my meter for
Maybe.
overdrive special moves to increase the damage of my combos, or I could fix for a crouching medium kick and then drive rush cancel it to convert big damage off of a single poke. Those are just a few of the options, and managing them makes the already extremely cerebral fighting of Street Fighter 6 even more enjoyable. The way it's handled when you run out of drive meter is also excellent. Your character enters a burnout state where you're completely unable to use any drive meter related techniques. Your opponent's attacks become more advantageous on both block and hit, you take chip damage, and drive impacts are even scarier than before. And
yeah, this comes out this week. I'm really looking forward to it. I know I'm going to be absolutely cheeks at it, though.
It's a terrible position, but it's far from an unwinnable situation. You still move at the same speed, your attacks do the same damage, you still have access to all your super moves, and you can search for replays with a ton of different filters to help you learn matchups. There's crossplay across Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. There's frame data when you're spectating. You can create and join clubs, and one of the 3 attack buttons, and you can use super moves just by pressing 2 buttons at the same time. The playing field is kept even by the fact that those using modern controls don't have access to a character's full repertoire of normal moves. But being able to perform special moves with just the press of a button is a trade-off that makes the modern control style appealing even for those who aren't beginners.
Did I hear that right? Modern control scheme gives you the supers with just 1 button? Is that true? Yeah? Holy shit. They're really trying to bring FGC... They're really trying to bring people into the FGC that are brand new. I think that's fine. Yeah, but it's nerfed. Oh, okay. So it does less damage. It's 20% less damage. Okay. That's a fair trade-off then.
And for those who just want to hold forward and mash on 1 button to execute special moves and combos, there's also a new dynamic control scheme that's only usable offline and essentially lets the AI choose the attacks for you. Capcom's really just covered all their bases here.
Pro players are considering using modern because time advantage and reactions. Oh, very interesting.
2D fighting game genre, but Street Fighter 6 feels extra special.
That is actually super interesting. That makes a lot of sense. I still think classic will, like, at the absolute highest level, I still think there's no way a modern setup will beat classic if you're doing 20% less damage. But that's interesting. I see why why someone would even toss around the idea.
The drive system is an incredible addition to the fighting mechanics that gives you a veritable Swiss Army knife of options and meter management decisions right from the start of every round. The starting roster is the best that Street Fighter has ever seen. Its online netcode through 3 betas has been impeccable so far, and the number of smaller details that it nails right out of the gate is unprecedented. It's so good that even the
once they get used to the game, they can switch to classic. Well, it's not that. A pro player's like they don't need to get used to the game. The reason you do it is because you can have a faster reaction, so you don't have to do the full input.
Is a must play.
It would be my guess. Wow, they gave it a 9. Holy shit. That'd be my guess. You hear about Maximilian Dude's Street Fighter 6 tournament he's hosting next week with a prize pool for the winner? No, it's great though. I always love those kind of community-focused events. Does Street Fighter have a story mode like Mortal Kombat? Not really. Not like Mortal Kombat. No. But it does have a like story mode, but don't expect anything like Mortal Kombat. This one has like an RPG. What? Yeah, of course I'm going to play it when it comes out. I'm very excited for it. All these fighting games and everyone just forgot about Multiversus. God, it's so sad, man. All Multiversus needed to do was just a little more tender loving care. Fucking still never got the ranked mode. Still. Like even after, like, right before its death throes, never put in the ranked mode. Like, they really dropped the ball on it, man. Such a shame. Planning to get a Street Fighter player for Moist. I tried very hard. I wanted to have a Moisty Sports rep in the first Street Fighter tournament. They announced the whole roadmap for the Capcom Cup, all that. I wanted to have a Moisty Sports rep right off rip, but legitimately everyone in the top 10 is signed. So, we'll just have to play it by ear. Maybe some unknown or some lower ranked player just takes it by storm and we can swoop in. He's a resub walnut. You ever see that Tekken player, Rangchu, who managed to climb competition with the worst character? Put some goddamn respect on Panda. But yeah, Rangchu is awesome. I know exactly what video you're talking about.